Caitlyn combo they love so much.
You know what's coming, yeah.
Yes.
Yet again, the Tarek Caitlyn combination going to that bottom lane for that pain. Yep. I'm gonna have to see how IGI wants to deal with that. I'm a little surprised that they didn't actually, ban out Tarek or Caitlyn. Instead, it was that Ezreal Galio Nocturne out of IGI. So maybe a little bit of a misplay on their part.
Gangplank for Tempestual. He did very well with Gangplank yesterday, if I remember correctly. That ult is just infinitely helpful. And Noomhouse is picking Soraka. Not sure if he'll keep that choice, of course. But Soraka is a fantastic healer, as we saw in the last game. Of course, very situational. Supports are generally I counter pick supports because, you have Jaina to counter the Kennen ult, and then Soraka to counter any really hard single target DPS. Tempestual actually switching to a Mumu. Not sure if they will lock in yet, waiting to see their decision.
With Tempestual, again, he ran that, I believe he ran that jungling Gangplank yesterday. He does have Smite already selected, and now that he has locked in with that Amumu, very, very convinced he is going to be running into that jungle. So yeah, with a Soraka in game, Soraka of course will probably be going that bot, as Ehomd is going to be taking that mid with Cassiopeia, which means with a Caitlyn already gone, they're going to need some kind of physical carry to go down there. Could be a Misfortune pick, if I recall yesterday. No, that was Chaos playing Misfortune yesterday. So who are they going to have go down south? Not an Urgot, that seems to be a complexity special, that one.
Kog'Maw. I like it a lot. The range of
They were
Kog'Maw
watching the stream, obviously. Yep.
Kog'Maw is a fantastic pick because he has a very long range to deal with Caitlyn's super long range. But Morgana, they actually let Team We Have Morgana, an incredibly powerful hero. Which is slightly worrying because, I don't know, every Morgana I've played with recently has destroyed everything in its path. I'm hoping that they will figure out how exactly to deal with that ult and dodge those bindings.
Well, dodging is a very integral skill in any of these games. I mean, skill shots can make or break, but if they don't land, it's just wasted mana. But it does look like Gragas might be their solo top for IGI 300.
They do lock in.
Indeed they do.
And Karth is coming out as the last pick so far. He might actually change it at the last minute. But so far, we have a Karthus pick for Wii Furry style. Who I expect to switch to Caitlyn because he does generally play the AD carry. And I'm really curious if he'll stick with Karthus because this is an enormous amount of AP so far on the Wii team. He does switch to Garen GP.
I was going to say, if he keeps Karthus, I mean, they're going to have Singed, Tarek, Morgana, Karthus. That's a hell of a lot of AP. But no, Gangplank is going to be... They needed a jungler. So if they did take that Karthus, would have been Karthus jungle.
I don't see what's wrong with that.
Oh, come on. You know it's exactly what's wrong.
I mean, Karthus is so OP in jungle. Come on. Get with the program. Captain Teemo on duty.
Battle Mistress Severe reporting in. To battle, as she says. All right, we got 120 seconds, guys. We're going to get this game rolling for you. Best of 3, we versus IGI. I'm fairly certain that we're going to see at least a Tarek or a Caitlyn ban next game, but we're going to see how IGI, guys that took out TSM, can handle this team from China. And Shark Prince, actually been talking to Shark Prince a little bit off air. He seems to be a pretty cool guy, has a good grasp of English, and yeah, I'm still going to be rooting here for China myself. I'd just like to see them, make a big splash in the competitive community.
This is the cutoff to go enter the contest on CyberSportsNetwork's site. Go like us on Facebook at facebook.com/CyberSportsNetwork and make a comment as to which team you think will win. The first 10 to predict correctly will win 500 Riot points. As soon as this game starts, the competition will cut off, so you will no longer be eligible even if you guess correctly after that, since the odds will be lower once we get into the semifinals and finals. Hope you guys are excited. I am incredibly excited to see the Wii versus IGI game since IGI are some good friends of mine. I mean, like I've
You're saying you
invited
met them in
to
solo
the
rank queue or something, right?
yeah, I've played with Ihamna before, and I kind of invited them to the tournament at like the last minute. It was maybe 6 hours before the cutoff for signups. And I did not expect them to get so far. We were worried that they would actually be waitlisted, but they did make it into the tournament and have taken out TSM as well as Mistral Gaming. And now, of course, We is a Chinese League of Legends team, and they have obviously trained very hard because off the bat they have been playing extremely well. I didn't even know, like, how big the competitive scene for League of Legends was in China, because generally it is completely dominated by Dota players. And we're getting underway into this game.
I'm just talking here a little bit to IGI as we're waiting, and I asked them, did you guys mean to do Cogman from the beginning, or were you inspired by Double Lift's play in the last game? And they said, nope, we knew they were exactly going to be going with Caitlyn Tarek in that bottom, so they intentionally picked Kog'Maw to counter that range with even more range from the Kog'Maw. So I thought that was pretty cool of them to do that.
Because I called that.
Did you?
Yeah, Kog'Maw range was to counter Caitlyn's range. Because Caitlyn is one of the highest range AD in the game, which is why she gets picked so often.
Alright, so that aside, we are going to be loading this up, guys. Best of 3, game number 1, CyberSportsNet Donna Champions, 4-core Jester in a lane. Going to be taking you through this series of games all the way up until the finals. I'm going to hit that summoner spell, get myself a Doran's so we can measure global goal, and it does look like IGI is moving out within quick order, as is We. It's kind of like a clump versus a line at this point, but it does look like We is going to be going off to defend the blue.
Give me just a moment. My mouse sensitivity seems to have just warped itself into something extraordinarily low. And it's driving me crazy. Okay, this is the first time I've seen Knight Amumu, however, and I am super excited about that. Knight Amumu is so adorable.
He even has arms.
They're all dancing right now. Do you listen to this? They're all,
oh yeah. I can hear the Kog'Maw.
I like it. I make silly noises sometimes. Maybe a 1v1 fight? We is going to try and invade and try to steal the red. They had some great success with Nocturne last game. I'm sorry.
This is almost exactly what they did last game. They come in here to this bush, they're going to go over to the red, they're going to notice nobody's there, they're going to steal the wraiths, then the red, and then gank bottom with a Tarek Nocturne combo.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to tab out and fix my mouse. This is driving me insane.
Q, Q, Q. Q, Q, Q. Alright, but We has actually moved up. We got lots of pings going down at the blue here for IGI, but unfortunately nobody is there. IGI actually is still not going to see We. They have thrown out their CV somewhere else. Where did they throw out their CV? They have actually CV'd their own blue. And they're not going to be able to see this. So, yeah, it is going to be almost exactly like we saw with We last game. They're stealing the race right now. It does look like the blue's about to pop, and they're going to give that to a Mumu. And you got to be very careful here in this bottom lane, because it's going to be Kog'Maw Soraka, and they're going to get 4-man ganked early on in a little bit, because we do got the red going down. It's going to go very likely to this Gangplank. Yep, Caitlyn is going to be moving off. Singed as well, as there goes the Tarek. Gangplank is going to get the full experience from both, well, not from the race, but from these. I hear that CV. There it is, the CV. They see the Gangplank just stealing the red. They're going to be very cautious about this gank coming up.
Right, they did see Caitlyn head into the lane from the wrong direction. So they immediately CV'd their own jungle, and Soraka is going to get Tarek stunned immediately, but GP is not really in range to do anything about it. She's just going to take some damage that she will slowly heal up with her level 1 heal.
Instead, it looks like maybe a little bit of harass in the mid from the red buff Gangplank, but Mumu. Okay, now so what we saw from Complexity is he's immediately started counter jungling. Now Mumu's coming down here and being like, "Oh, I got nothing to kill."
Yeah, this is a little bit less experienced team. Of course, this is I think their first actual professional tournament. So they're probably not used to dealing with these crazy tactics that the super top tier of players do. And Amumu is just like, well, I guess I'm stuck being, trying to farm my invisible active jungle now. He may try to go counter afterward. Oh my gosh, Kog'Maw! Okay, he does actually flash at the last second.
60 hit points, no problem. Yeah, he'll be alright. good. But yeah, Singe did go up top at a early day there with Gragas, so they're going to be just going one-on-one. Morgana and Cass are just doing it out a little bit. We still have no blue here on the gangplank, but Mumu does not want to be doing any kind of counter at all. Big damage going out on Honda though. Oh, the parlay and the ignite. Oh, 5 hit points.
Oh, red buff OP.
Red
does
buff
take down the
taken
Cassiopeia.
Now he did know that Amumu was here, and Mumu gets hit by the Dark Binding right now. Gangplank is going to be following it up. Looks like Gangplank might just go for it anyways. He does not know what he wants to do. He is going to actually pull back. Could have been an easy kill if they were able to land that shot.
Fortunately, Amumu knows exactly what's coming, so he is going to stay. He did stay behind creeps the entire time to avoid the binding, and dodges it once again after doing a lot of damage to Morgana. I'm surprised that Shark Prince is not. He is going to go back because that is an extremely dangerous amount of health to hover in lane with.
Beautiful dodge there by that Amumu. I could have sworn might have been bad for him right there. But Gangplank going to go ahead on back. Gragas went to town, picked up a second Dorn's Ring, going to come back into lane again. But this Singe has been farming up a Storm, now level 4, actually matching that of Gragas. Now, of course, when he was bottom, he had to come back up top, and he did have that extra creep wave to contend with. So that's why they're looking pretty even right now, but good harass coming out of Gragas, and he might have a little bit of an edge over Singe.
Cassiopeia might be going for another gank, but nope, she's just warding this time so that does not happen again. Last time we saw a very successful gank with her very early game that was completely unexpected in bottom lane against TSM, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to pull the same thing since she is a bit behind after that really great gank.
People in
Another
chat
stun
saying
on Kog'Maw. No trap this time, but Kog'Maw actually does die. He's going to try to chase down this Caitlyn, but she is going to eat just out of range.
Beautiful net going down. Yeah, I did see that exhaust come out. It's just like, oh, maybe he's going to try to go for the revenge kill, but did not work whatsoever. Now, Soraka's a little bit too far up, I think. There goes the stun. Here comes the Gangplank with the flash from the Caitlyn, and the trap even to boot. Oh, we got a mover coming in. He's going to pick up that revenge kill, but Soraka going down this bottom lane in a little bit of pain right now.
Definitely. The Caitlyn Taric combo has done very well. Unfortunately, Taric did get just a Mumu stun to the face. I still can't get over how adorable this little tiny knight is. I'm such a girl right now. But in the meantime, GP's going to have another go at Cassiopeia in mid, but she does back up. And Singe, in the meantime, is just free farming with Gragas up top. Gragas doing a lot of damage to him, actually.
As I said, he might have a little bit of an edge. I'm just looking at the damage output. I mean, we have 58 ability power, and only 30 of that is from those Dorn's Rings. So the body... Ooh, okay, that was weird. The body to the flip. So nothing's actually going to go down whatsoever right there.
It's always amusing to see these abilities like, Singe, Flip, Akali's Dash, and Gragas. When they happen at the same time, they just kind of switch positions and walk back away.
Yeah, just walk on out. So big harass going down here onto the Singe. He does have a Philo Stone, and he is going to be running. That flip is kind of funny.
Not the best flip, definitely.
Yeah. But a little bit of a jungle invasion going down. We see Shark Prince, and Shark Prince, I don't know if he knows he's being tailed, but he has 2 people behind him. He got 2 people coming up in front of him.
Oh no, this is a nasty Sanders is about to get himself into, but he does ult! And the spell immunity lasts forever.
I don't think Shark Prince is in the best of spots.
Not going to make it, unfortunately.
Taric and Caitlyn just were not able to respond in time.
And Gragas teleported down, and Taric might be in some trouble. He does... Oh, a nice Gragas ult, forcing him to flash. The amazing Cassiopeia ult just finishes him off right there. And really nice 4-man, 5-man gank at bottom, leaving both mid and top to actually free farm. GP trying to cover mid right now. Caitlyn is like, oh god, 3v1. What do I do? Stays in the back and has to miss a whole bunch of farm.
Well, at this point, Gangplank kind of really does need that experience in the mid, so it's a really good idea for him to stick around because Amumu has been actually, landing some of these kills, helping out with these ganks. He is actually level 6 already, and we're still only level 5 here on the Gangplank. Now up top, Singe is going to be clearing these creep waves with his poison, no problem. Should be actually hitting level 8. It looks like a little bit of a switch though. Cassiopeia is going to be going top, whereas Gragas is going to be holding the mid.
Gragas holding the mid. Maybe it's a change to deal with the Morgana. But it seems that Cassiopeia will have a much better time actually just messing with the Singe at range all the time. Perhaps we'll actually chase him off. He does have to go back and get some items. I still enjoy watching bottom lane. Big pretty butterfly, but I'm constantly waiting to see another Terry Caitlyn combo with a stun, but they're playing it very, very safe, sticking way behind their creep line, not overextending. Cassiopeia in the meantime heading to Morgana's, and she has pushed up to middle lane, but is going to stop her right there.
Alright, so they're not going to keep a permanent switch. So it does look like Gragas is going to go back to that top. Now we got Sork boots here on Ehamda, so that's going to be good for his mobility. We only got the tier 1 boots of speed here on the Shark Prince. So, maybe we're going to be giving Cassiopeia the blue, because we do got that early smite coming out. Tempestual is going to give the blue to Cass. That should do her a world of good there in the mid.
Right, she should be able to harass straight through Morgana's, even with all that spell vamp. Also, I found out that even though Will of the Ancients says it is a unique ability, the spell vamp does stack. A lot of teams, like Fnatic, likes to run it all the time. I'm surprised it hasn't been changed, but, you know, Team Fnatic with Shuche likes to run a double Will of the Ancients all the time, so you get that Morgana, you get the Gragas with enormous amounts of spell vamp. Cassiopeia is in a terrible position. The ult hits nothing!
Yeah, she's dead.
Ouch.
We had Singe teleport to the ward that was right behind her, and then everyone really just kind of collapsed. So the entire team is in the mid right now. Singe is going to be heading on